This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is another video. Can I just say before we start, thank you very much for supporting the channel and watching all the videos. I hope you're appreciating the videos as much as I'm enjoying making them. It's all very much appreciated. Right, we're going to get back on to the flat now. After our last couple of videos have been jump reviews, classicwatch24.great/site.net will be the place for Classic Watch horses next season. At this time, all being well, we're going to break new territory today. We're going to look at the first horse in any Classic Watch incarnation to run in Japan. The old Reprieve Media CIC Racing website did try and pick Japanese racing up, but at the time, there wasn't really much of the coverage of the non-pattern races, which is where, to be fair, I do like to identify the horses before they run in pattern levels. But it was possible to track them through the pattern if they won, say, a Group 3 and a Group 2 trials. And you've also got, obviously, the big Group 1 2-year-old juvenile races. And it seems to be a bit better now. If people look on the Japanese racing website, they will see that there's a watch button next to every single race in Japan. But the videos, whereas before it was quite hard to copy and paste the links into written articles because it was all done through modals, it's fairly straightforward to just watch them and capture the video like that. So it's brought Japanese racing, I think, a bit more into the forefront now. There's been some good horses running in Japan. There always has been. The only reason, really, that there hasn't been any on any Classic Watch sites before is, like I said, it wasn't very easy for me to get the races out there. If I was to copy a link to a race, it'd just copy a link to the homepage, sort of thing. Because they're all done in modals. Not every video had its own individual page or individual unique ID. A link. So it was quite tricky, but the first one we're going to chance is Ascoli Piceno. Ascoli Piceno, this site JBIS is the Japanese database. It is top class. It's had a bit of a facelift since I last looked at it. It's all these flashy new big buttons were never there before. It was all fairly not industrial, but it wasn't as pleasant on the eye as it is now, which is superb. People see there that Ascoli Piceno won the Group 1 Hanshin Juvenile Fillies race last week on December the 10th, and it had also won a Group 3 in August at Niigata, the Niigata Nisai. It's unbeaten, won 3 out of 3 races, and people will see that the family 9B is the family of the horse. This will actually be a quickish video because we don't have to go all the way back through the legacy historic pedigrees as much as we would really in a full-length video, because horse is actually quite closely related to a horse we've already done. If people see the dam we need to look at really is Sunday evening, people will see that she's the 7th dam of this horse, Ascoli Piceno. And she is also the 8th dam, I think she was. No, the 7th dam again of First Minister, the winner of the Group 3 Prix de Hockart last year, and 4th in the Group 1 Grand Prix de Paris. Horse, I think that there must be more to come from. As a 4-year-old, it's only ever had 5 runs in its life. And it's a very well-bred horse. So all we really need to do, really, this time, is look at the first 3 or 4 dams like we would do in normal, and look at a couple of relatives that has came out of this race, and then we can watch the race win and wrap the video up. So that's what I intend to do now. Like I said, the horse sired by Daiwa Major, a good stallion, I think. They had the French Ledger winner this year, the Work Timer horse, was also sired by Daiwa Major. A very good stallion. And you'll see there that the dam of it is called Ascoli. There's a couple of relatives that have been going round at pattern level. Ascoltari is also out of the same dam, sired by Duramenti. And this 5-year-old won a listed race in 2021. It's won 3 of 15 races for 45 million yen. There's also this one here, Ascoltiamo. Ascoltiamo, foaled by the same dam, Ascoliti, sired by Kitterson Black. This 3-year-old filly, which will turn 4 next season, actually was third in the 2023 Almond Eye Memorial, a stakes race in Japan not so long ago. You'll see it's won 2 out of 5 races and 21 million yen. So there is a couple of them still going round in the older horse races. You'll see this one already at 104 million yen. We'll take a look at the dam now, Ascolti. Ascolti is an interesting dam, I think, sired by Danehill Dancer, out of a dam called Listen, who some people might remember. We'll take a look at her shortly. Ascoliti never raced in a pattern race. She won 2 out of 9 races and 14 million yen in prize money. But she has foaled some nice horses without any shadow of a doubt. Satono Lux would be one. Satono Lux, sired by Deep Impact. Satono Lux only won 3 of his 18 starts and was second in another 3 of them. But he did accumulate over 113 million yen in prize money, and that is mainly due to the fact that he was the runner-up in the 2019 Japanese St. Leger. He also won the listed Sumaya Stakes in February of that year, and also was second in the Asahi High St. Lights Kinen, a Grade 2 race as well. So a Group 1 and Group 2 place listed winner there, Satono Lux. Very good horse. You also got this horse as well, Touching Speech. Touching Speech, sired again by Deep Impact. Oh, that one is, sorry, out of Listen. The last one I don't think was. So we might need to, let's get the last one back on screen. Oh, right, yes, my mistake. Satono Lux also out of Listen. So we really need to look at Listen now. It's fair to say we can do that on the Racing Post. People can see that Listen won 2 of her 6 starts and was second in another 2, 4 out of 6 in the first 2. Top Racing Post rating of 115. She was a good 2-year-old, top class 2-year-old. She beat Proviso by a length in the 2007 Fillies Mile at Ascot. She was also second in the Moyglare behind Schwarze Abu, winning a listed race on her debut, the 2007 Soiree Stakes. At 3, well, she didn't really hit the heights at 3 as she did at 2. 5th in the 2008 Matron Stakes behind Lush Lashes, and her last start she was last, 10th out of 10 in the Sun Chariot, which is now a Group 1 race in 2008. And then she was retired and exported to Japan. Satono Lux we've already looked at. Touching Speech, another one by Deep Impact, like I said, out of Listen. This one had a bit more success, winning 3 of her 18 starts. Again, only in the first 3, 6 of her 18 starts. The Japanese racing is very competitive, and this horse managed to do quite well, I think. She managed to win the Group 2 Kansai Telecasting Corporation show in 2015, and she was also third in the QE2 Cup of 2015 among her 3 stakes performances. She's actually at stud now as well. Breeding horses. This one here, King's Reign, very nice horse by Rulership. out of Touching Speech, a 3-year-old, another one to turn 4 next season. And this horse here has won 3 out of its 8 starts and been in the first 3, in 6 of her 8 starts. I think it's a filly, isn't it, this one? No, sorry, it's a colt, his starts. You can see then that in 2023, this year, it's won 2 stakes races and it was 3rd in the Group 1 Hopeful Stakes at 2 in 2022. Not a bad horse. You know, Japanese racing, they race a bit longer than what they do over in Europe. Another one is Move the World. We're back onto the horses by Listen now. Move the World. Another horse that's made his mark at pattern level. He won 3 of his 7 starts. He was actually in the first 3 in 5 of them. For just over 48 million yen. A dual Group 3 placed stakes winner. Out in Japan. That horse Moves the World. And then we can go back to the other sites now, really. Brigid is the 3rd dam of this horse. Good horse, Brigid, was a good dam. She only won 1 out of her 5 starts on the track in France for just over €16,000. Multiple black type producer. Sequoia was one of her progeny. Sequoia, you'll see there. I thought this tab was open, but unfortunately it wasn't. Sequoia won 2 of her 9 starts in the first 3, in 4 of 9 starts for $150,000. She's a Group 1 winner at 2. She won the Moy-Glare Stud Stakes of 2000, and she was also 3rd in the same year in the Railway Stakes. She was the high weight 2-year-old filly on the Irish handicap, Sequoia. But she was also the dam of Henry the Navigator. Henry the Navigator, very good horse, winner of 6 of his 11 starts, only out of the first 3 in 1 of his 11 starts, and winner of $2.7 million. Top class at 2 and 3. At 2, he won the Coventry Stakes and was 2nd in the Phoenix Stakes, Group 1. Group 2 winner. At 3, won the 2008 Dual Class Guineas winner. Won the UK 2000 Guineas and the Irish 2000 Guineas. It also won the St James Palace Stakes, the Sussex Stakes, and it was 2nd in the QE2. And then it was 2nd behind Ravens Pass in the Breeders' Cup Classic that year as well. It's had an interesting stallion career, I think it's fair to say. Henry the Navigator, sire of 24 individual stakes winners and 11 individual graded winners. When they were good though, because people can see those 24 stakes winners were responsible for 45 race victories, and the 11 graded race horses were responsible for 21. You know, so once they got to the level of pattern level, they really were going on. Probably around his best, you'll see there 2010, 2011 time, and around the 2014, 2015. A stallion that dropped right out of favour from 2016 onwards, only sired 17 foals in 2017. Probably a horse, a good 2-year-old, an older horse stallion, really. 5 graded stakes winners, 4 3-year-old stakes winners, and 12 4-year-old and above graded winners. And 1 for colts, really. The fillies, noticeably. The colts, 39 stakes winners, and the fillies only 6. So, and the distances really are looking at probably distances of 11 furlongs plus. Although between 7 furlongs and a mile, there was a bit. And again, I would imagine they were at 2. Hard to say. Side 8 horses in New Zealand, 180 in Australia, where it did quite well, it's fair to say. And worldwide, it was also a fair stallion, it's fair to say, for a few years. Before, like I said, falling right out of favour in the last 3 years. 35 foals sired worldwide in 2003. I think it went to Russia in 2022, according to the legacy site we looked at. A horse that's had moderate success all over the world, really, it's fair to say. And the best progeny of the horse is a horse called Tamburo de Oro. Won a Group 1 winner in Chile, won several pattern races. The Sudirman there won the Phoenix Stakes at Group 2 race, the 2-year-old race, sorry, at Group 1. And it also won the Railway. George Vancouver, again, another Group 1 winner, dual Group 1 winner. Pedro the Great, stallion. Yes, aside the odd good horse, without any shadow of a doubt. Henry the Navigator. Oyster Catcher is also out of Brigid. Side won 3 out of 10 races in the first 3 in 6 of her 10 races and $70,000 won. She won the listed Belgrave Stakes at 3 and was also Group 3 placed as well in the Concord Stakes. Unfortunately, she hasn't sired that many decent horses. Now we're going to look at the 4th and the 5th dam quickly. Love Lovin', foaled in 1977. She won 2 of her 15 starts in the first 3 in 8 of them. $23,000 won. Second in 2 minor US stakes races, according to this. The Soft Touch Stakes and the Satin and Lace Stakes. And the 5th dam foaled in 1971, ringing bells. She won 3 out of her 24 starts. She was placed in 14 of her 24 starts and $40,000 just over gained in the shed. And you'll see there she's after to the stakes winners Silent Screen and Prayer Cap. But if people look at the Legacy thing, we're not there Sunday evening, really, I said. Here's the dam we wanted. So we've got a little bit of an interesting section there, I think it's fair to say. Saffron Walden was a classic winner, won 3 out of his 8 starts. In the first 3 in 6 out of 8, $321,880. Winner of the Irish 2000 Guineas of 1999. And it also won the 2000 Guineas Trial Stakes, a listed race, obviously, in the same year. And it was placed in 3 more Group 3 races. High-weighted 3-year-old colts on the Irish Handicap of 1999. A stallion at Arrow Stud in Japan. Came back to Europe in 2006. There wasn't really much of a success in Japan. That's where we're going. If you can tell a stud on the JPS site, he has a Stallion Reports tab, you see, next to the race records and the pedigree. Look at this one. Look, there's no Stallion tab for a broodmare. And if you people look at the broodmare, there's a family tab as well. That's how people look at the siblings on this site. Saffron Walden, you'll see only side 1 stakes performer in Japan. A horse that was second in the 2009 Kyushu Okan. It was an average stallion, it's fair to say, out in Japan. You'll see there that it's side a few crops out there, and it was never really figuring outside of the top 200 stallions, really, in regarding statistics. There's a tab that lists them all. I think it's this one, isn't it? It takes me a while to navigate around this site because I don't really use it a lot. There you go. You see, it's best season. So when it was the 177th best stallion in Japan in 2006. Saffron Walden. Another horse quite closely related to it, Magician. Brigid, you'll see, is the 3rd dam of Magician. Magician, I think, was a classic winner as well. Yes, Magician won the Irish 2000 Guineas of 2013. It also won the Breeders' Cup, the Turf as well, over 12 furlongs. And it was also winner of the Group 3 D Stakes at Chester. And at 4, it added another Group 3 success in the Mooresbridge Stakes, second in another 3 Group 1 races. The 2013 champion 3-year-old colt in Ireland, and the 2014 champion older horse in Ireland. You'll see then, it went to Kentucky, went to the National Hunt Stallion as well at Hyde Stud. Castle Stud, I think, is the national hunt branch of Cornwall. I might be wrong. Then it's gone to France, Italy, and now back in Ireland. You see it's sired, very small crops really. Magician, 2 stakes winners individually, responsible for 3 stakes winners, not a winner of a single graded race. On the flat, mainly a sire, according to these, in the USA. You'll see there that Excess Magic and Miss My Rose are the only 2 pattern race horses. But I don't know whether there's some jump horses to come. I'm not pretty much sure there might be some further along down the line from its time at Stud in Ireland before when it came back from America. But an average sire, really, it's fair to say. Magician for a horse so well bred. Taking a look now, we'll take a look back at the other little section that we found with another couple of nice horses on. And then we will watch the horse win, I think. Dark Mirage, you'll see there that if people go back to Sunday evening is the second dam of Dark Mirage, winner of 12 of 27 races. And in the first 3, in 17 of 27, for $362,000, Dark Mirage won the Coaching Club American Oaks, the Mother Goose Stakes, the Acorn Stakes. Prolific winner of America, the champion 3-year-old filly of the US of 1968. And she was inducted into the US Hall of Fame in 1974. And she died shortly after her retirement in 1969. There's also Indian Skimmer. People will see there that Sunday evening is the 4th dam of the prolific race mare, Indian Skimmer. Winner of 10 of her 16 starts, and in the first 3, in 14 of 16. Winner of $1.3 million. She won the Allery and the French Oaks at 3. She also won the Musidora and the Pretty Polly. And at 4, she won the Irish Champion Stakes and the Champion Stakes, as well as what was then a Group 2. The Sun Chariot, champion older mare 3 times in England and Ireland, an absolutely superb race mare in the 80s. Indian Skimmer. There's also Medaglia d'Oro. We had to look at this one. This is quite closely related to First Minister, this horse. I think you'll see that Sunday evening is probably the 6th dam of Medaglia d'Oro. Looking at this, correct? Medaglia d'Oro, very good horse and still top class stallion to this day. Never out, only out of the first 2 in 2 of his 17 starts, 8 wins and 7 places, earning $5.57 million. World class stallion, still to this day. You'll see it won the Travers at 3, it won the Group 2 San Felipe, the Jim Dandy, and at 4 it won the Whitney and another 2 Group 2 races, and at 5 it won the Don Handicap, triple Group 1 winner at 3, 4 and 5. What more would a breeder want? Second in the Dubai World Cup, age 5 as well. World class stallion, without any shadow of a doubt. Shares a dam back in the pedigree with Ascoli Piceno. Very interesting horse, I think. Ascoli Piceno, not a bad horse to go. Put our first toe into the water in Japanese classics, I think. Now it's time to pause this particular section of the video and watch the horse win, and I will be back shortly.
Ready to race, stand by. Whoa, one rearing there, quick bio. Settles down, they're off and racing. Fairly even dispatch. Catfight shows speed. Culture Day goes forward. Chicago Sting and Telios Lulu are up there as well. Tucked in behind and swooping in on the inside of them is Quick Bio. Mariah Taylor goes forward as well. Even wider out is Nanau. And stuck in behind them, making up some ground. Wider out Ascoli Piceno with Corazon beat the favourite. Trap 5 wide but pressing on. Back on the inside, Cosmo Dinner. Then comes Puspacino with Stellenbosch. A gap back to Saphira, followed by Lucifer. Then comes New General. Donna Betty is third last. On the inside, Spring Nova. And at the tail of the field is Sweet Feet. They run down the side and they're approaching the halfway mark, and in front and leading the way is Chicago Sting. Leads out now from Danao. Running third is Mirai Taylor. On the inside, Telios Lulu. Wider out is Corazon Beat, but with cover. One obscured in between runners. Try to come through there, in fact, is now Culture Day. Along the inside is Quick Bio. Then comes Puspacina. Ascoli Piceno. Wider out is Corazon Beat, the favourite. Stellenbosch is in behind them. Lucifer well back and starting to run on his sweet feet. It's still Chicago Sting. Has got a bit of a kick, but they're starting to come, and they're coming fast. Down the middle of the track, Ascoli Piceno with Corazon Beat. Chicago Sting's gone. They're starting to rattle home. Ascoli Piceno the inside now through Stellenbosch late. Ascoli Piceno, Stellenbosch is making up quick ground. Ascoli Piceno in front, can't get there. Ascoli Piceno wins. Stellenbosch second. Corazon Beat third. Then came Saphira, followed by Lucifer. Donna Betty, then Chicago Sting, Cosmo Dinner, Telios Lulu, Quick Bio, disappointing runs Danao, Spring Nova. Catfight never came into it with Culture Day. Then wider out was Sweet Feet, Pacina, then followed in by New General, and the last one across the line was Mirai Taylor.
Hello, and welcome back. Yes, I thought that was a very good performance by the horse, Ascoli Piceno. That race is normally quite strong. You know, it wasn't. I did chance something else in the race. I did the one that was fourth, Saphira, because I was trying to bring the Reprieve Media CIC racing pedigree to Classic Watch with Salios. Horse, I think, was a Group 1 winner at 2, and then it was unfortunate to race in the same 3-year-old year as Contrail, Salios. I think Saphira was fourth in this race. So this Futurity Hanshin Juvenile Fillies race is normally quite a deep race. And it will be interesting to see how Ascoli Piceno gets on in the Japanese Classics. If it gets on the site, I imagine it probably will do, just to open up a Japanese page. Very well-bred horse, a Group 1 winner at 2. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. What I will do is I will put a list up to enable people who have watched this video and haven't subscribed to the channel an opportunity to do so. And I will also put up a list of all the 2-year-old videos that we've done this season. I can't put up a list to any Japanese horses because this is the first one. So it'll just be the normal 2-year-old playlist, every 2-year-old identified this season playlist. But for now, I'll leave this video here. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much, and hopefully you are enjoying the channel. Take care, and I will speak to you all soon. Goodbye.